Guys, this $5 ad strategy just got somebody a massive result within 2 days. He was spending a ton of money on each lead. People were putting in trashy numbers into his forms. He was getting really bad results and it was very expensive. But once he actually implemented this for himself, he immediately got a result. And I think you guys should try this for yourselves just to see that there's a massive shift in the strategies, right? Instead of chasing the tactics and what buttons to press, we're learning the principles behind advertising and we're able to get a result really easily. So, how do we actually do this? Well, my advice to him and to you is to create a helpful piece of content. God, what a crazy idea. Being helpful towards people and actually giving them information that they need. A lot of people, I think they overcomplicate this because they're trying to hard sell whatever it is that they do, right? If you sell insurance, you're just trying to get somebody to buy insurance. People don't operate that way. How they work is they take time to think about these decisions. If you do finance, it's the same thing, right? It takes time for people to research what it is that they want to do with their finances or with their insurance, right? They want to look at different rates. They want to understand what's covered, what's not covered. How long does it take to switch? Are there any things that they need to know about it, right? And what you can do as the advertiser is provide the helpful information, which can be all of those details, but it can also be, here are 3 things that you should know before you switch your insurance. Here's 3 things that you should know about writing your will. And if you can start creating this helpful content and you put out 2 or 3 of these as your ads, and you run them at $5 a day. And I always recommend that people run these for $5 a day, launch all 3 at the same time if you want, or you could do day 1, launch 1, day 2, launch the second one, whatever. But the important thing is that you let it run for a week. You don't touch the damn thing. The idea is that it needs time to optimize. It needs time to look through your warm audience of that could be followers, people that have watched your content in the past, and it will find those people for you. So I always challenge people to do this because you can see a very fast result if you implement this. Put together a 3 to 5 minute video. 3 to 5 minute video talking about your topic, the benefits, testimonials, reviews, proof, the numbers, right? We want to talk about the analytics. What result did somebody get? Just like this guy got a result within 2 days, you can do that for yourself in your niche, right? If you're a realtor, you could say, hey, this property wouldn't sell until I came in as a realtor, and now I was able to sell that property in a week. Here's how you can get your property sold if you're having trouble selling your property. Here are 3 things to know, right? It's very, very simple. I think people overcomplicate this by putting together fancy graphics, and they're trying to, they're testing carousels and images and all this stuff, and they're worrying about the buttons to press and the cutesy graphics, and they're not focusing on the actual person that's behind the screen watching this, who will eventually reach out to you and say, hey, you sound like you know what you're talking about. Can we please discuss my situation? Because if you can do that, you're going to get a ton of leads in the door, and they're going to be a much higher quality because you're also using these pieces of content to pre-qualify people. One of the things that a lot of advertisers seem to miss is when they get people that are outside of their, let's say, their floor or ceiling. If they get somebody that's below the floor minimum to work together, a lot of that is because they don't pre-qualify people in these ads. That could be something as simple as naming what the price is. Hey, it's gonna be $500 to switch over, or it's going to be a certain credit rating, or it's going, I only work with people that are selling properties that cost between $400,000 and $1 million. That's going to instantly repel a bunch of people that would never want to work with you anyway. And that's a good thing. We don't want everybody, we don't want to go viral with this content. We want to be ultra specific towards the people that we want in the door. So that is my challenge. I challenge you guys to launch a little ad for yourself, launch 2 or 3 of these, $5 a day, make a 3 to 5 minute video, and just talk about your credentials, why you're qualified, 3 things that are helpful towards somebody, and ask them to drop a comment down below. And I would love to see what your results are. So I'll catch you soon.